What's up guys, my name is Brandon, you guys can call me Swifterrs, and today I'm coming at you guys with a brand new Call of Duty Zombies video. Today I have for you all something extremely exciting. What we're going to be doing is taking a look at our zombie storyline and recapping just a little bit. Specifically, we're going to be taking a look at some of the many unanswered questions that do remain within our zombie storyline. I don't know about you guys, but personally, I have a lot of questions that I think have gone unanswered, and hopefully within the next Treyarch Zombies game, some of those questions that remain within our original zombie storyline are answered. Hopefully some loose ends are tied up, and I definitely think that there's going to be some carryover from our previous or our last zombie storyline within our next Treyarch zombie storyline, whatever it may be. As I said, we're going to be taking a look at one of the many unanswered questions within our zombie storyline, and if you guys go on to enjoy today's video, I would be more than happy to make this into a series where I propose many questions that a lot of people don't necessarily know the answers to within our storyline. Let me know in the comment section below if you guys think this is a good idea. Also, let me know if you guys have any unanswered questions within our storyline, and hopefully I can do my best to answer them in a future video. But overall, the main purpose of this is to come together as a community and hopefully provide some clarity to some of those many unanswered questions. Hopefully we can tie some loose ends up, because I for one have a lot of questions even after the Revelations ending cutscene. Now guys, I apologize for the extremely long intro, but with all of that being said, let's get started with today's video, taking a look at our first unanswered question within our zombie storyline. Alright guys, now the first question that I wanted to take a look at in today's video is something that's been on my mind for a while. However, it was recently brought to light to me within our Revelations prologue, and I know that the Revelations prologue was released months ago, and I could have proposed this question back in the day. However, I wanted to make these videos now that our zombie storyline is concluded and a ton of unanswered questions remain. So the question at hand is this: what are the Apothicons, and how do they come into existence? Now, this question ties in to the origins of the Keepers as well. So this question dates back to some of our earliest Black Ops 3 Zombies maps, and honestly, Shadows of Evil. So the question overall is: what are the Keepers, what are the Apothicons, and how did they come into existence within our zombie storyline? So let's talk about the Keepers first. Within Shadows of Evil, as we go about completing rituals and as we try to gain more power for the Shadow Man, these Keepers try to stop us. At the time, we assumed that the Keepers were evil because they were attacking us, the players, as we tried to go about completing tasks within Morgue City. However, little did we know, the Keepers were trying to stop us from giving power to the Shadow Man, because the Shadow Man, of course, was evil. These Keepers were essentially good. They were protectors. However, as we progress within our zombie storyline and we come to Der Eisendrock, within our main Easter egg, our four characters have to fight and kill a corrupted Keeper. So overall, our Keepers are good. The Keepers are not evil beings, however, sometimes they can get corrupted, which causes them to attack our players like they did in Der Eisendrock. But within Shadows of Evil, the Keepers were actually good, as they were trying to stop our characters from giving power to the Shadow Man. So my main question pertaining to the Keepers, and I don't think this was ever brought up within our storyline, and I don't think this was ever resolved, is how did these Keepers come into existence? Essentially, these Keepers are just an ancient species, and apparently they have something to do with the Vrilya found back on Shangri-La. Now, it could mean that the Keepers are essentially that which have preserved element 115 from getting into the hands of the Apothicons, but again, I don't necessarily know how they came into existence, how they came to be. It could very well be just some mythical creature that eventually became a real species within our storyline. I don't exactly know. It's always confused me a little bit as to how Treyarch have decided to propose the Keepers as these species, as these characters within our Black Ops 3 zombie storyline. A pretty interesting question that I don't know the answer to. If anyone does, or if anyone can provide some clarity, please let me know in the comment section below. But this question about the Keepers and how they came into existence within our zombie storyline also ties in to our other question. What exactly are the Apothicons, and more specifically, what are the origins of the Apothicons, and how did they come into existence within our zombie storyline? Now, the only real background information that we have on the Apothicons can be found in our Revelations prologue, and I'll go ahead and play the segment for you guys right now.
Things have got way too far out of control. This isn't any vague evil. We're talking about the Apothicons, the most powerful and evil entities in all the existences that ever existed. And now they're here, in our perfect world.
So, as we heard, the Apothicons are the most powerful entity in all of existence that ever existed. Honestly, that doesn't answer the question, how did the Apothicons come into existence? Of course, we know that the Apothicons are the ones in control of bringing element 115 into the universes. The Apothicons brought element 115 into the pure universe, the universe of the children that we have within Revelations, the children inside of the house who were once untainted by evil. However, because the Apothicons are in this universe supplying element 115, this once pure universe is now evil. But again, the question remains, how did the Apothicons come into existence and what is their origin? So, if any of you guys can provide some clarity to either of those questions, essentially, they're just one question. How did the Apothicons and how did the Keepers come into existence? What is their origin? Again, if you guys can provide any sort of clarity, I would greatly appreciate it, because personally, I think that that is a very huge thing about our storyline that's gone left unanswered. Treyarch didn't do that good of a job of explaining the background story of these pretty powerful creatures, because in my opinion, I think that the Apothicons and the Keepers are pretty significant beings within our storyline. They definitely play vital roles in my opinion. But guys, those are my questions, or at least that is my question for today's video. If you guys have anything that you guys want me to talk about in the next video, please be sure to let me know down in the comment section below. If you guys enjoyed today's video, please be sure to drop a like, subscribe if you're new. With that being said, I'll be sure to catch you guys later.